A Raw review. A novel concept. Something I haven't done in a while. I've had no reason to really care about Raw. I'm sorry. I watched SmackDown. I rarely look at Raw because most of the time Raw pisses me off. But this time, the Raw that I saw was so ludicrous. And I'm making this clear. It isn't a haha ludicrous, so funny. A crazy ludicrous. It's not even ludicrous speed. And if anyone's ever seen Spaceballs, when you see ludicrous speed, you know it's absolutely outrageously stupid. This didn't turn to plaid. This turned to nuts. Not even funny nuts. What was I looking at? This wasn't even a great show. This show made no freaking sense. You see Braun Strowman going up against Finn Balor again. Why? Why would you do this with Finn Balor? It doesn't matter what happens after the match. It makes no sense. Having Braun Strowman go up against Finn Balor again. Yes, this kind of helps what's going into Money in the Bank and Braun Strowman getting screwed over by Kevin Owens. But in the end, it doesn't really help Kevin Owens. It doesn't help Braun Strowman. And it definitely doesn't help Finn Balor. And I know a lot of people say, yeah, it does help Finn Balor because he got his ass handed to him and he was about to do that second coup de grace. No. You didn't need to do 50-50 booking. He could have just been left alone. And that would have been fine. You could have shown Finn Balor attacking Braun Strowman in some way to get some level of advantage, just to show he was tough. To actually do another match was dumb. Now, this was even worse. Seth Rollins versus, I can't believe I'm even saying this. Seth Rollins versus Jinder Mahal. Because of what happened the week before when Jinder Mahal beat up on both of them. And I'm talking about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Why would he put his title up on the line for this? He could have just said I want a match. Because you already know that Jinder Mahal is going up against Roman Reigns 3 weeks from now at Money in the Bank. Which, at first, I thought they weren't going to still do the match. Because when I saw this, I thought, well, maybe Jinder is just doing this. And now they split him away from Roman Reigns. He's going to lose. And maybe Roman Reigns will be out. And they'll do something else with him. No. He's still going on Money in the Bank. And I still believe that's not a wise thing to do. Particularly if it's the ending of the show. I ran out of air like that. That made me run out of air. And made me cringe. But we had at the very beginning a very hot Elias. Then you had Elias dealing with a Seth Rollins. And then when Seth beats a Jinder Mahal, which he had to, it needed to be done. If there are any Jinder Mahal fans, I'm sorry, he had to lose. He had to lose in this situation. And I'm sure one of my subscribers, George, is so freaking happy that Balls Mahoney isn't doing anything. Look, enjoy it, okay? Enjoy. But then you got Elias attacking a Seth Rollins. It's understandable that Elias would attack Seth Rollins. But why would you put why was the IC title up for grabs? Why? There was no need to put the title up for grabs with Seth Rollins. Particularly that he DQ'd the match by using a steel chair. There was no need to. He could have done the same thing without putting the IC title on the line. I just felt like it was really dumb. Gotta breathe. What the hell did I see with Sami Zayn and excuse me, it made me cough. You had Sami Zayn apologizing for what he did the week before. Then you had him try and make up for the apology by still trying to be a heel. In a feud that sucks. Look, you look at Bobby Lashley. You think he could have been hot as a face if he was booked properly, which he isn't. Then, if it's not working, when in doubt, heel him out. Heel him! Make him a heel. Make him a dominant, destructive heel, which unfortunately the WWE doesn't do anymore. They don't know how to do dominant, destructive heels, except in Braun Strowman's case, which I think that's all they're going to do. They don't know how to make more than one destructive heel. They only know how to make one. They don't know how to make two. And I believe Bobby Lashley should have been a destructive heel. Since Braun Strowman has become face, they need a heel. There you go. But was this promo effective? No. It would have been better that they hired 3 women last week to do what needed to be done with Bobby Lashley. If you're going to go there with real women, not guys in drag. It would have been better for the story. Instead of having to do this because of the backlash, because people gave a backlash because it sucked. Not because it was insulting. It sucked last week when 3 guys posed as Bobby Lashley's sisters. And then worse, when Sami Zayn having to make up for it, saying sorry, and then trying to fix it after that was just plain dumb. Now they got a match at Money in the Bank, which doesn't really give us anything. What is the consequence for a Bobby Lashley? What is the benefit for Bobby Lashley? 0. What is the consequences for Sami Zayn? What is the benefit for Sami Zayn? 0. A big goose egg. I don't see nothing good for either one of them. What do you gain? Nothing. This is basically floating for both of them. You can say a lot about Sami Zayn being very generic when he was a face, but he's actually been a decent heel. Then you can say a lot about Bobby Lashley being a generic face. But when he's pushed properly, not needing to talk much, but basically being dominant without smiling like a Finn Balor that I'm freaking sick of, why does Finn Balor smile every single time? He's a lucky guy having straight teeth. My teeth are crooked due to the fact I've been too damn scared to get them fixed. But I can't stand the guy smiling. It doesn't make him look good. And then Bobby does the same thing, which makes them both look dumb. They need to be aggressive. And I know I could have said something about the smack in the very beginning of this review when it came to those two. But there was no point in saying the smack for Finn onto Braun for the simple reason it didn't get him anywhere. Now, I'm sure I'm going to forget something. You guys can tell me if I'm forgetting anything below. But I'm going to the women's gauntlet match. Ruby Riott and her core. This was dumb in the beginning. You make Bayley look like she could do something against Sasha. It was going to build to Sasha and Bayley at the very end. So maybe we can finally end this rivalry, which looks like it's been ended because we got nothing going on between them. The thing that got me angry about Bayley wasn't just how she won against 2 out of the 3 Riott Squad. It was that they still talked about her and Sasha. Drop it. If you're not going to go there in a match, why continue it? And then you got Liv Morgan and you got Sarah Logan getting the ass handed. Well, Liv Morgan jobbed her ass off. Then you got Liv Morgan and then Sarah Logan. After that lasted a little bit longer. But in the end, it took Ruby Riott to deal with her. And then once Ruby Riott finished with a Bayley, why? Why didn't you just let her win? Richmond, Virginia, where the Mickie James comes from. This, you guys can tell me below what you believe is the reason why Mickie James is not being pushed and has not held the title at least once since she came back. When did she come back? 2016. When the first draft happened, I believe. She's been there for 2 years and has not smelled that title. She's been in some type of match that could get the opportunity to get the title, but she has barely even had a chance to smell the damn thing. And she has flipped from face to heel. You're in Richmond, Virginia. You couldn't just let her win the match and at least make the crowd happy. I know notoriously wrestlers, no matter what their gender is, they don't normally win in their own hometown. They don't. It's very rare. But I think they could have let Mickie James win here. But they didn't. The crowd was cheering for Mickie, and they were booing their asses off when she lost and was kicked to the side, and then Sasha Banks comes out. Now, mind you, I don't hate Sasha. I still believe, and I know I'm going to get heat for this, that she's the most polished wrestler that came from NXT. And I say this again, not the best wrestler, but the most polished one. That means she's done a good to decent job. Not someone who's done a great job. She still botches. She botched when she was with Ruby Riott. But still, out of every woman on the roster that came from NXT, she is the most polished. That could be, with better training, elevated even better than she is. And with better storylines, of course. But in the end, she wins. But does that actually give us anything? No, not really. Sasha has been floating because of what's been going on with Bayley. If they had settled Bayley, this wouldn't be an issue. But it is. Because they never settled the problem with her and Bayley at either any of the other pay-per-views, including WrestleMania, it feels blank for her. So I don't care. Now, finally, the thing that made no freaking sense. The B-Team food fight. What did I just witness? Was it good? To a certain extent, it was funny. But what did I just see? Where these guys were complaining to Kurt Angle saying, hey, we want a title shot. He says, nope, you only won 2 matches. And he said, you're going to have to go through everybody else. And then Bo Dallas, with his incredible brain, says, you know what? We need to throw everyone a barbecue to try and get the blessing for us to go after the tag team champions. And I know I could talk about them going up against the Ascension, but there's no point in talking about Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt going up against the Ascension because the Ascension is bullshit. When they could have been something better. And it's not because they didn't translate properly, it's because the WWE didn't push them. But anyway, everyone heard it, and this is the thing out of the entire situation with that food fight that made no sense. What was that on Titus, and why was Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil wearing a Royal Rumble slide shirt? What happened to Titus World Slide? That would sell more shirts than the Royal Rumble slide. Who was the idiot who came up with the Royal Rumble slide instead of the Titus World Slide? That would have made more heat for them. More either pop or heat for them. It doesn't make a difference. If Titus O'Neil went heel, that would have gave them huge heat. And they would just chant Titus World Slide. Being pops, Titus World Slide. It would have made a big hit, but no. Royal Rumble slide is bullshit. And then we have a food fight that didn't last very long. In the end, they put an ECW guy through a table and a rhino. Now, mind you, I don't mind seeing the B team. I don't hate them. And this kind of works for me. And next week, there's supposed to be a battle royal, tag team battle royal. Maybe they'll win it. I don't know. But at least they are willing to do something with these guys. And instead of them being done, when I look at Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, I see such lost potential in both of them years ago. Bo Dallas could have been teamed up with his brother. And Curtis Axel could have been allowed to do something else. They could have done the Royal Rumble or Alex Mania. Could have actually done something, but they never took any type of opportunity with it. So I see these guys in the B team, and I do like them. I want to see them succeed. But this food fight kind of sucked. And I didn't like the Titus shirt. I just didn't like. But in the end, I didn't care about this Raw at all. It sucked. And I know a lot of people, including George, is going to say, I agree with you. WWE is bullshit. Fuck WWE. He's not a WWE guy. He is an Impact guy. I understand how he feels. I see things differently because as a reviewer, I have to see all of wrestling, not just one promotion only. And that does remind me I should be doing another promotion other than Impact Wrestling and WWE. And I am considering doing another one. I'm considering it. I just got to schedule it where I don't burn myself out like I did with Reality of Wrestling. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace!